And the principal comes in. You, over here. What are you doing? Drop. I'm like, drop. Drop my imaginary gun. He's like, get over here. He's got the magic principal finger. There's like a tractor beat on it. Like, whoa! Like, hold on. Hold on. And they start walking out. I'm like, wait, Costa Rica. Wait. And they just said something to them. And they smile. And the first time I ever saw them smile, they start laughing. That girl gets all pissed off. She's like, what did you just say to them? I'm like, you know what? You'll never know, you fascist. And she starts crying because she doesn't know what fascist means. I'm not pregnant. Oh, no, that's good. Or bad. I mean, congratulations, or I don't know what you want the outcome. That's not even close to what that word means. And then we just start cracking up. And they just went and sat back down. And everybody was staring at me like I was psycho, so I walked out of the cafeteria. No, I couldn't get back in. Because all the doors locked. So I didn't feel like, because you have to go all the way back around the front door, push a button, do a retinal scan, slay a Minotaur, and download an app so you can get into your school. So I was like, the hell with that. So I just walked home, and I couldn't get in my house because my brother's got the key, so I just went next door to that kid Eric's house. I didn't have any money for pills. This kid had heroin, so I just did that. I didn't like shoot it or nothing like that. And then like, Sarah came over, she got all scared. She called my dad. My dad's all pissed off because I almost died. And that's why I'm here. 6 weeks. Because I don't want to be here. No, I don't mean here in this rehab. I just meant like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be me. Well, no, that's really nice of you to say that, but I don't really see myself the same way that you see me. I just am tired of feeling like I'm like a problem in everyone's way, and so I don't really talk about my problems or my feelings. Well, I tried talking to my mom. I told my mom I was depressed, and she said, "Oh no, you're not going to be one of those kids who kills themselves, are you?" And I was like, "What do you mean, one of those kids?" And I talked to my dad. It took me a week to work up the courage to talk to my dad, because my dad doesn't really talk much, but I was like, he's a good guy, but like, so I was like, Dad, I gotta tell you something. I took like this test online, you know, like to see like if I have like anxiety, and there's like some questions or whatever, and I have like really bad, like, Dad, I have anxiety. And my dad starts cracking up, and he says, wait till you grow up and you have real problems. So I guess that's good, because I guess this isn't real. I just don't really talk about, I have like all these feelings that I don't really talk about, and the only way I know how to not feel this way is the thing that put me in here. So I don't really know, it's more like this feeling constantly that like something bad's gonna happen, you know, and I don't know what. Can I just use the phone? So you said I could use it. Fine, I won't use it. I just want to call my grandfather for like 5 seconds. He's the only one that doesn't yell at me in my friggin' family. All right, whatever. Fine, I won't use the phone. I'll just sit here. Sorry, I'll be gone soon anyway. So. No, don't write that down. I wasn't saying like I'll be gone. I meant like I'll be out of here so I can just talk to him face to face. I didn't mean like I was. You know, whatever. I will be gone soon. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna haunt your ass for not letting me use the phone. And I'll be somebody else. You won't even recognize me. Be like, who are you? I'll be like, shut up. I'm a ghost. Leave me alone. Be like, who are you? Be like, my name, it ain't nothing. My age, it means less. My name, it ain't nothing. My age, it means less. That's the line. It's from a Bob Dylan line. And I like that because if you think about it, your age shouldn't dictate whether or not people take you seriously. And your name was given to you by people who, when they gave it to you, did not know your personality. You didn't even have a personality. There was nothing that you liked or disliked. There was nothing that you did. And they gave you this name that you're supposed to just like live up to. So your name doesn't really tell who you are. Your name can maybe get you into a good college if your parents have like power or privilege, but it can't give you meaning. I think what your friends call you can sometimes be more accurate. Not what your enemies call you. You have to choose your enemies wisely. I have friends. I just don't need to have like 50 friends and call people and text people. Stacy's probably been my best friend. She's really different. She likes people. She talks to them, whereas I want to kill them. She talks to everyone, boy, girl, animal, vegetable, mineral. The only time I talk is like sometimes when I'm outside of school, I talk. And the only time I talk around her with her friends is like if we're out somewhere and I'm drinking. It's the only time I talk because her friends are a total disaster. And I feel like I have to be on the same intelligence level as them when I'm around them, so I drink and make myself stupid. I don't even drink anymore. We were at this one party. She was there with this kid Juan. She was going out with him forever, for like 3 weeks. And I was just sitting outside by this fire pit by myself. And this one kid comes out from like, I don't know whose friend group he was from, but he's like this kid from school. All these girls love him. They all want to go out with him. And he's just sitting here and he's just like staring at me. And I'm like, No, I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to talk to him because I've heard the way he talks about people when he doesn't think certain people are around. He's just like staring at me. He's trying to impress me. Like, you want a beer? If you want a beer, I could go get you one. I'm like, can you really? All by yourself? Wow. You can lift up a whole beer? Wow, you're strong. You must work out or something. Do you lift? Do you even lift, bro? Is that why you carry that gallon jug of water around and wear those beater shirts to prove to everybody how strong you are? Wow. No, you're amazing. You should go get me one, you big, strong hunter, caveman gatherer. And obviously, he's never been to the country of sarcasm, and he brings me back a beer. And I drink it. And I wake up the next day. Actually, the last thing I remember before I fell onto the dirt where everyone walks was him standing over me and saying, "What are you?" No, not who are you. What are you? When I woke up the next day, Stacy was there, and she was trying to make me feel better, but she was just like, "You're gonna be okay, and if that's the first thing you hear when you wake up in the morning, you're going to die." But I didn't die, unfortunately. We just called my mom for a ride to school. We were walking out to the car, and as soon as we start getting in the car, my mom just looks at us, and she's like, "You look terrible. Were you drinking?" I'm like, "No, we weren't doing anything." She's like, "You hung over?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Are you high?" I'm like, "Mom, we weren't doing anything. You think we're like these bad kids. We don't even do anything. If you follow us around, you'd be bored." "Well, I don't have to worry about you like I worry about your sister. She's a mess. She didn't even come home last night. You're supposed to be the good one in this family. What the hell's wrong with you?" I was going to tell her what happened to me, But instead I said, sorry, whatever, just take us to school. Nobody knows. I didn't say anything to anyone. Oh, Stacy knows. I didn't say anything to anyone. If people are going to get up and leave, sit towards the back. Okay. I didn't say anything to anyone until now. It just sucks because I have A lunch and Stacy has C lunch. I sit by myself, which I like sitting by myself. I have no one really to talk to, but I don't care. I just listen to my music because like music is everything to me. And I was just like sitting, I sit every day at this table, and I listen to my music, and I can't even do that by myself now. School won't change it, so I have, and there's this table full of girls, like I don't even care. They're like younger than me. They talk all this crap about me. I don't care. I just, people are like so mean. Like I just put on this piece playlist on my music. No, it's a playlist. When my dad was going through chemo, he would just sit there all day and watch medicine drip into his body, and it was depressing as hell. So I made this playlist for him to listen to because no one else thought, hey, maybe Dad would want to listen to music. And I gave him this playlist, and he loved it. And then after he died, everybody was going through his stuff like a bunch of vultures, because that's my family. And I just grabbed his phone, and he was listening to the playlist. So I put on like all these old peace songs like John Lennon, Imagine, and I try to imagine good things, but all I can do is look at this one girl and imagine doing awful things to her with garden equipment. In my head, I'm chasing her with a weed whack, like, hell yeah! And then I'm like, someone would have to clean that up. They'd probably make me do it. So I just decided I would do something for myself. And that way they could clean up the mess they made of me. And I was walking out of the cafeteria, and this one kid stands up and he ruins my whole plan. This kid who I don't even know starts yelling at these girls. He's like sticking, I met him once at like freshman orientation. He's like yelling at these girls, like going off on them, something about Costa Rica. I don't even know what the hell he was saying. He gets right in my face. He's like, you're a sloth. I'm like, you're mental. It's like, close your eyes and look at them. Yeah, that makes sense. Just do it. And I closed my eyes. And with my eyes closed, those girls that I was so scared of, they start shrinking and they turn into these little ghosts. Like from the Charlie Brown Halloween special. And how perfect that they have sheets over their head. Why the hell am I scared of these little people that don't even have the courage to be themselves? Ooh. Nice costume. Probably got it from your parents. Same one they wore.
Oh.
I didn't walk out of the cafeteria. I was hungry. I sat my ass back down and finished my lunch. And the thought that came to me was, wow, I need to work on my sandwich making ability. Because my dad used to make the best sandwiches. And if he was here, well, he is here. And he's really proud of me. Because I don't need to have 50 friends. I don't need to have all these people telling me, oh, it's going to get better. What if it doesn't? What if it gets worse? I can't control that. But I can control if I get better. It's not going to get better. I'm going to get better. And sometimes all you need is just one person who can see the same chaos that you see every day, so you know you're not crazy. And if you are crazy, at least you're not crazy by yourself. I could show you the chaos, but most people can't see it. Because how can you see anything with a piece of plastic and plastic? Sometimes I get my words mixed up. What I'm trying to say is that you have a piece of glass and plastic in front of your face all day, you can't see anything. And there's chaos all around us. That's how they sell you things that you don't need, like beauty and war. They use chaos, they use violence, they use sex. It's terrible. These kids. I went to the grocery store the other day. I saw two kids. They were kissing right in front of the Honey Nut Cheerios. You could see it and you could hear it. It sounded like somebody stirring macaroni and cheese. Thus concludes the Cardi B section of the show. Are you kidding? When I was that age, you'd go to a dance, you'd get a little kiss on the cheek, and that was it, brother. I'll show you a picture of me when I was that age. See this handsome, strapping young buck right there? I'm the guy next to him. That's Jimmy Tortorino, good-looking kid. The girls loved him. That's our plane. No, my daughter is a history teacher. She wanted to see all the old pictures, so I gave her the pictures, and she took it to school, and the kids wanted, they broke the picture. There used to be a guy here. It was my son-in-law. He says black. My friends that are black say black. But my daughter, she says, Pop, sometimes you should say African American or people of color. And I say, okay, why not? Why not change my language? People say, well, you have the right to say whatever the hell you want. And I'm like, I guess I have the right to say it. But if I can make somebody's life